What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope each and every one of you guys are having a great Monday evening. The national championship game's on, so I'm going to go ahead and get to this. I know a lot of you are going to be watching that. I'll be live streaming, of course, tonight back to our regular 9 o'clock slot because well, the regular season is now over. Hope to see you guys in here. If not, I will see you guys, I'm sure, sometime during this week. But I want to pose a question to you guys as I sit here and I wonder. I was listening to some of Dan Quinn's comments about the last few weeks, where he's kind of been the mad scientist and he's been trying to put the players in different position and trying different combinations and things to see what guys can play and can't play. And my question here is this: have we been kind of doing the same thing with the offense and basically using the last 3 weeks or last couple of weeks as an experiment for getting ready to the playoffs? The reality is the Eagles finally won the division yesterday. Okay, congratulations. Reality is they should have won it against us. They were prepared to win it in our house. Um, Basically coming there with the NFC East championship hats and champagne, thinking they were going to pop the corks there. Of course, they ended up losing last week, of course, and then, of course, finally having to play their starters in the last game of the season to win the division. We looked at it as all the Eagles have to do is win one game, and it'd be nice to be able to win the division, but the reality was you weren't going to. You were too far behind. And so everything needed to be focused towards the playoffs. Now, I can't say, looking at what we did yesterday, that was the plan to go in and look like ass, because that's what we basically did. But you wonder if one of the reasons why they've been passing so much to Noah Brown is trying to put film out there and make you think that the Cowboys are trying to do things and disguise what they're actually really trying to do. I can't believe that Noah Brown is going to be the be all end all, but maybe it's a situation where you're trying to coach him up more and get him to be better in scenarios for playoffs. I don't know. I'm just trying. Maybe I'm grabbing at straws here, but I do know this much: that the Cowboys um, have not had back-to-back losing games. We have not seen them play 2 games badly and lose. And we will be getting some players back. It looks like Deron Bland's going to be okay. It looks like Van Der Esch is going to be able to play. It looks like Hankins is going to be able to play. And that Biotish will be able to play. And so putting those players there and understanding that the Cowboys probably just weren't into that game. You went into that game knowing that uh, the Eagles were placing the third string quarterback for the Giants. You went into that game knowing that the Giants were going to roll over and die because they were just happy to be in the playoffs. You knew that you were going to be facing Tampa Bay. And you knew from the beginning of the game that the Eagles came out and scored a touchdown to start with. And by the time the special teams had bobbled the snap, by the time we special teams that Turpin had fumbled the ball, those guys checked out. And they started to say, we need to play that we don't get hurt. We need to plan on living to fight another day. And that's where I believe that this team actually played the way they did. There's nothing to play for. It would be different if that was the way we played back, like you'll remember, the 8-8 years. The 8-8 years where it was literally win and get into the playoffs. And we lost to the Giants, the Eagles, and Washington. That was the way we played yesterday. But we had already secured a playoff spot. Now, hopefully, the Cowboys can go to Tampa and exercise those demons. Tom Brady has been the kryptonite for the Dallas Cowboys for many, many years. He's 8 or 9-0 against the Cowboys. Well, we'll see We'll see what's going to happen with that. But let's, can we do this one thing for me? And I'm tired, y'all. I'm really tired. I'm tired of fighting people left and right and talking about how we're a disgrace. But I'll tell you what, if you want to be a disgrace, think about all the teams that wish that they were going to the playoffs. Think about it. 12 wins. 12 wins that we got this season. We could be the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers who got tallywhacked by the Lions in their house when they had an opportunity to make the playoffs, but didn't. How about we do this just for the rest of this week? Let's forget about yesterday. Just move on. Move on. You can't change what happened 2 years ago, 10 years ago, yesterday, or even 5 minutes ago. Here's what we got. 1 week from right now, we'll be playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a new season. All that shit that happened this season means nothing. It's a one-game season. How about we put the focus in on the Dallas Cowboys? Put some positive energy instead of killing them and go, woe is me, slep rock, the Cowboys are just, forget that. Forget that. Let's be positive for this week. Let's try that for once. And then they go in and they get their ass kicked by Tampa Bay. By all means, light into them. Fire Mike McCarthy. Fire the quarterback. Get your pound of flesh. But I'm asking for 1 week that we all be happy that we're in the playoffs and put in positive energy towards that. Let's try that for once. Because all we ever do is fight and bitch and moan and cry about this shit. Be thankful for what you got. And let's try and support the team. Can we do that? Just for 1 week. It ain't going to kill you. You'll have a whole off season if it fails. Because you know what? You being pissed off, mad, screaming, everything else is not going to change anything that the Cowboys do. It's not going to make you feel any better. Hell, it might depress you. But let's look at it as, hey, we them boys. And we're playing in the playoffs. Remember that. Remember that.